Hey guys, I'm Kai from Lucas Lane and Rules. Hope you're doing well, and I have some exciting news for you today. I got another clutch of eggs. This is clutch number 9, so we're gonna collect some eggs and then cut them. No, I'm just playing. We are not cutting those eggs, but there is another clutch we will be cutting, and we're gonna be looking for a world's first. All right, so clutch number 9 is from a pastel desert ghost female. Desert ghost is one gene, DG for short, and she was paired to a lesser pastel spectre het DG male. Now, so far the only visual DGs I've created are pastel DGs, super pastel DGs, and of course plain old DGs. Now with this clutch, hopefully I can get lesser and spectre into the mix, hoping for a lesser spectre pastel or super pastel DG, and that's going to be freaking awesome. All right, enough talk, let's get to it. All right, you guys ready for this? She may lunge out. I'm just joking. She is a very aggressive eater though, and she has bitten me accidentally. Usually always my fault, but look at that. Look how high she's sitting. Whoa. I think I counted 6, maybe 7 follicles. Anyway, let's get her out and see if I'm right. All right, look at this. Look at how she's eyeing me. I told you, she's an aggressive girl. She's one of the very few that have bitten me multiple times. Well, not like it's that many, just 2. So over here I have my egg box. I got the straws to pin the eggs down, keep them in place. I got a towel. This is a good time to use the towel. And all I'm gonna do is just cover her, just to snap her out of that maternal instinct behavior. Trying to find her tail, and I'm guessing it's right under her head. Great. There it is. So we got her tail, we got her head covered. Should easily come off those eggs. And we'll take a look at her belly, and you can see she is extremely concaved. Now this is a good time to put her in that tub of water. Yeah, it's just right here. So the purpose of this is for her to wash off any of the egg scent. Removing the smell of eggs will help her forget about those eggs and get back onto food much sooner. So man, look at these gorgeous eggs. Was I right? 2, 4, 6, 7. 7 gorgeous eggs. I will candle them, even though she did a really good job of keeping them together. But I will still candle them once they're in the egg box. What I like to do is just peel them all apart. This way they can sit all at the same level within the egg box. That's number 1. And number 2, if one goes bad, I can just easily remove the bad one without affecting the other one. So now that they're separated, I want to get the egg box. We'll get that opened up. You can see I've already prepared it. It's been sitting in the incubator, getting up to temperature. That's why there's all condensation around it. So first things first, let's just get the eggs in. So now I'm going to candle them. And this is just a process of checking for veins and making sure they're right side up. So this one I want to show you. This happens to be the last one. She did a great job of keeping all of these in the right side up, except for this one who wants to roll. That's all right. I'll pin that one down later. But this is the last one. I'm not sure if I rolled it when I was peeling them apart, or if she didn't have it in an upright position. But this is a good example to show you. You can see when I put the flashlight up to it, you can see how on the flashlight side it's empty. There's nothing there, and then on the side where my hand is holding it, you can see a network of veins. So if I turn it, you're going to be able to see more veins. And right in the middle of all that vein, you can see a very light spot It's kind of hard to see on the camera. I can see it very well in person, but you can see a light spot right here, right underneath my thumb. There's this little circle. Hope you guys can see it. Anyway, that's the embryo, that's the bubble, so I know that's the right side up. All right, I think I'm happy with this. I'm gonna go ahead and cover them. These will go back into the incubator. I'll write them up, put a label on there, clutch card, and then, like I said, this goes into the incubator. 55 to 60 days. Hopefully, we'll get some pippers. Man, that is an awesome clutch. I'm really happy that she went for me. To be honest, I kind of lost track of her breeding cycle and I didn't see her ovulation, but when I saw her spine protruding, I knew something was up. So I kept an eye on her, and when I saw a shed, I wrote that down as a possible post-ovulation shed. And of course, 1 month after that, I got a clutch of eggs. Now I look back at my records, and last year she gave me 6 eggs. All of them hatched, all of them came out to be healthy hatchlings. This year she gave me 7, and that's what I want to see. That's confirmation to me that I'm doing something right and that she's not just surviving but also thriving, because she's giving me more eggs this season than in the past. And in about 55 to 60 days, hopefully those eggs will hatch, and I'll make a video to show you what that's all about. And if you don't want to miss it, make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell. All right, so moving on to the next clutch, and that's going to be the red striped calico female, and she was paired to a pastel extreme gene clown male. So of course, everything in here is going to be 100% het for clown. We are trying to make that world's first, which I believe hasn't been done before, and that is the red stripe and extreme gene together. And of course, on top of that, we might get calico and pastel, so that's even better. Again, everything is going to be 100% het for clown, which is awesome because red stripe and clown are awesome together. I keep saying the word awesome. But anyway, let's take a look at this clutch and see what we get. And here is that clutch, guys. Red stripe calico to pastel extreme gene clown. Give you a look at the eggs. So we only have 4. I know 5 came out of her. One of them had weak veins. I put that over here and it ultimately didn't make it, so we had to chuck that into the trash. So I'm going to move this aside, and I'm going to start with the paper towel here. Get the lid out of the way. So there are the 4 eggs again. Get the straws out. We don't need the straws, and don't reuse the straws, because I made that mistake once. Now these haven't pipped yet. They haven't come out on their own, but we are on day 57. In fact, this is the night of day 57, if that makes sense. So I'm going to start with this one. We're going to take a look at what's going on in here. And they do look fully developed from what I can see so far. It looks like a really, really pretty animal. Wow, that is awesome. That is a beautiful animal. Looks to be calico, actually. I can see it's kind of light in color. A little bit worried right here, what's going on right there. But that blood is totally fine. That's just the veins they're using. And you can see I got a bunch on my hand just from tapping it, but it doesn't hurt them at all. So we're going to go ahead and put this aside. Looks calico. Calico something, I'm not sure. Moving on to the largest egg of the bunch. And by the way, if you guys are not familiar with cutting or don't have the experience in knowing when the eggs are ready to cut, don't do it. Just wait until they pip. I can feel the hatchling inside. It's already pushing against the egg. The texture, the color of the egg, and how it's dimpled. You know, there's different, the egg, how do I say this? Different clutches exhibit different signs of being ready. So you can't just be based on looks. It just has to, obviously you want to wait until it's at least day 55 at incubating at 90 degrees. But then there's other signs you can look at or feel. Egg number 2. Wow. Holy cow. To be honest, I'm not sure if the pastel extreme gene clown got this clutch. This looks way too orange. A male that I had put in there in the beginning of the season was the Enchi Orange Dream Yellow Belly pinstripe. That is awesome. I mean, I'm really happy the way it looks. Wow, wow. I was hoping for the red stripe extreme gene, but that looks awesome. Not sure, maybe it's a dual sire clutch? We'll have to wait until they crawl out. So the Enchi Orange Dream Yellow Belly pinstripe started the season breeding with the red stripe calico female. Probably the first 3 locks were with that male, and then the last 2 were with the pastel extreme gene clown. And usually the last male takes the clutch, but in this case, it might be a dual sire clutch. So we got the next egg. Let's take a look at what we got here. Oh my God, this is ridiculous. Oh, that is awesome looking. Wow, look how orange that is. I can't believe how orange it is. That is amazing. Now, I did witness the pastel extreme gene clown locking with the female twice, like I said, but this is kind of unexpected. What a pleasant surprise. This is fantastic. So that's definitely a pinstripe. Very orange looking. It does have a little bit pinkish color right here, which makes me think that it might have the calico in it, which is also something that I'm looking for. Beautiful. All right, now for the last egg. And here we go. What do we have here? Could this be a pastel? Could this be a pastel? And I think it is. So this would be sired by the pastel extreme gene clown, making this one a het clown. This would be pastel. Not sure if it's got anything else in it. I do see a fairly dominant looking neck stripe, but it's just at the very back of the head, so we're not 100% sure yet. Based on the clutches that I've seen before, or the animals that I've hatched before with the extreme gene, it's a very thick eye band on the side. And it should connect to the chin, or hopefully it's connected to the chin. But again, the one that we saw was a yellow belly pastel. So I'm not really sure if a regular pastel would also have that connection to the chin. But this is definitely pastel based on the head blushing. What an awesome clutch! And I think this is my very first dual sire clutch. So I'm going to pop these back into the incubator, and we'll let them crawl out on their own. Wow, that was quite a surprise. Really unexpected, because usually when you put in the male at the end and he gets the last 2 to 3 locks, that's the male that takes the clutch. Of course, that was the pastel extreme gene clown male. Now, I did put in the Enchi Orange Dream Yellow Belly pinstripe in the beginning just to get her going, and of course I picked the male that if he does happen to sire the clutch, I wouldn't be disappointed, and that's the case here. I am completely happy with what I got. So it is a dual sire clutch. I see Orange Dream, I see Enchi, maybe there's Yellow Belly, but definitely those 2 that were in the middle were very orange looking. They do appear to be calico. I'm not 100% sure yet. We'll have to wait for them to crawl out. And then the first and the last one look to have pastel in it, so that must be from the pastel extreme gene clown male. Again, I'm not sure how to identify extreme gene. I'm not very familiar with that, so we'll have to let them crawl out of the eggs and try to do some comparison. But hopefully this goes well. I am a little bit concerned about that first egg. I saw a little bit of a dip in the spine. I'm not sure if that's a snake doing that on its own, or if it's a defect, if it's a kink. So again, we'll have to wait for it to crawl out and then see what's going on there. And I'll be sure to make a video of that. So if you're new to this channel and you want to be informed of future uploads, make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell. As always, thanks for watching. Please share, and I'll see you guys next time.